Hello everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be making Canada Day and 4th of July donuts. I'm combining both holidays together because Canada Day is July 1st, 4th of July is obviously July 4th, and I don't have enough time to do separate videos, so we're just going to group them together and make whichever one suits you. This is my favorite baked donut recipe. They're so good and like literally they take like 7 minutes to make. They're so easy. So let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to combine some flour, some baking soda, and some salt in a bowl. And I'll have the quantities for everything in the description box below if you want to make these yourself. And then I'm just going to swap this around, and then the large bowl, we're going to combine some sugar, some honey. It's going to take an eternity to drip out, but we can just wait. 1 large egg, some vanilla extract, and 3 tablespoons of melted butter, and we're just going to mix that together. And then we're going to add some buttermilk, and I made this from scratch using my homemade buttermilk recipe that I'll have linked in the cards here. So when you see that it's lumpy, that's what homemade buttermilk looks like. So don't worry, it's not some disgusting, gross ingredient I'm adding. And the video is really handy if you guys want to check it out, so that you don't have to like go to the store and buy buttermilk on its own. You can just make it with regular milk and vinegar. All right, so now we're going to add the flour to the bowl and mix everything together. Okay, and there we go. So now I'm going to use a little trick, which is very handy. You're going to get a mug or a tall glass and get a piping bag, and you can just snip off the tip of the piping bag. You don't need to use a piping tip or anything. And we're going to stick it into the mug. So the piping bag gets held up, and then we are going to spoon the batter into the piping bag. And there we go. And so now we are going to get a donut pan, like a regular size donut pan, or you can use mini if you like. But today we're using regular size, and we're just going to grease it with some non-stick cooking spray. And we're going to pipe into the crevices with the piping bag. And so the reason why I use a piping bag is because, like, look how nicely it just pipes in. It's so handy. Oh my gosh. And like, it looks so nice and clean. Alright, I'll redistribute the extra batter. And we're going to bake these at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 7 minutes, and then we're going to leave them in the pan for 1 minute, and then turn them out onto a wire rack. So let's go bake these little donuts. Okay, so the donuts have just come out of the oven, and now we're going to flip them over. Well, they've been out of the oven for like a minute officially. And there they are. So we are going to have to allow them to cool completely, because you don't want to ice warm anything. The icing will just melt off. The whatever, the cake, the donut, the everything. A lot of the cake baking fails that you see on BuzzFeed that they post, it's always because they iced the cake when it was warm. So we're gonna let these cool, and we'll be back to decorate them. Okay, so it's actually the next day. I am in even more United States themed clothing, even though I'm Canadian. And we're going to be making the glaze for the donuts. So what you want to do, it's so easy. Just combine some icing sugar or confectioner sugar, it's the same thing, and some whipping cream in a bowl. And you want to whisk that together. So some donut glazes are they're more like a glaze, like you can see the donut through it. Others are a little more opaque. This recipe is more of the opaque kind because we want to like add color to the glaze and have it really just like up here on top of the donut. But if you prefer donuts with a thinner glaze, simply just add more whipping cream and it'll thin it out, and then you'll get like a nice like kind of pale white sheen to your donuts, but it won't look like there's icing like on top. So there we go. That is the consistency you're looking for. And so we're gonna dunk all of them into the white because the white is gonna be the base for all of our donuts. So just dunk the donut in and then pull it up, and you'll see as you wiggle it, give it a little wiggle for the surface to smooth. And there we go. And we're gonna pop it back onto our wire rack. And underneath the wire rack, I have a sheet of parchment paper there just to catch any drips of the icing, because it's easier just to toss that away than like scrub your countertop after. So it just keeps things nice and clean. Okay, so now that we've decorated all the donuts, or we've glazed all the donuts, we're gonna set the main bowl of glaze aside. We're gonna use that in a minute. But now we're gonna do the Canadian donuts because they're the easiest. So I have these little Canadian sprinkles. I'll look for them on Amazon if I can find them. They're just like little red and white maple leaves. Very Canadian Canada Day. So I'm gonna pop these into a bowl. And then, okay, I'm gonna pick the ugliest ones because those we don't need to have like the white showing. All right, so you're gonna wanna get one donut at a time, and then just like dunk it and stick it into the sprinkles. We'll roll it around in the sprinkles to have the sprinkles stick onto the surface of the glaze. And there we go. I'm gonna add some more in the center actually, because it's hard to get them to stick there. But there we go. That, like, how cute is this? Okay, so the sprinkles have determined which other ones are gonna be Canadian donuts because like they're falling onto the other donuts. Whoops. All right, now we're just gonna do the same for this one. Let's get this on top. All right, there we go. And so our Canadian donuts are done, and they're all scattered within the donuts. Ideally, they would be in a straight line because I'm that kind of person. So yeah, now I'm going to show you how to make the American donuts. Okay, so we're going to bring the glaze back, and we're going to divide almost all of it in half. So you want to leave a little bit left in the bowl. There we go. And we're going to dye the icing blue and red. Okay. Dark red. Alright, first things first, we're going to create the blue square, or almost square because it's a round donut, in the top left corner. Just like this. Alright, then I put the red icing in a piping bag. This is optional, I just feel like it's going to give me more accuracy. And I'm going to pipe little stripes onto the donuts. And then with our remaining white glaze, we are going to make little white dots onto the blue to look like the stars. And you are done! So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you like this recipe. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you get notified whenever I post my next video, which is going to be tomorrow because I upload every single day from Monday to Friday. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!